Welcome back to Hakim's Garage. Customers complained while driving, engine light started flashing, and we've already scanned it, and we have a P1326, which indicates for a engine knock sensor on a 2015 Hyundai Tucson with a 2.0 liter all-wheel drive. Let's get to it. So all the tools you need is a 3/8 ratchet, a 3/8 adapter with the 10 millimeter, a screwdriver, the clip remover there, and a longer extension, a 12 millimeter, a magnetic, ratcheting wrench, 12 mil, and a handy impact gun. So the first thing we will be doing is remove the battery's negative terminal. So that's the ground side of the battery terminal. And then we'll be removing these airbags duct hose. So it's just 4 clips here. There. This pops off. And then there's a 10 millimeter. You could use a 10 millimeter or you could use a Phillips screwdriver. So that's the 10 mil right there. I'm just gonna use a 10 millimeter with the ratcheting gun instead of using a Phillips screwdriver. And then once you take that off, you're able to just pull this up, and then we can set this aside. So we don't have to unplug it from the vacuum line, just put it aside. That's more than enough. And now we're gonna get to the throttle body. So the throttle body has 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and that's the 4th one. So once we do remove those 4 bolts, we will be able to yank this throttle body and just put it to the side. We're not gonna touch the vacuum line or the coolant hose there. No, we will have enough room just to take it away. So those are the 4 bolts. Let's put them aside. And that's the 4th one right there. And that's the 4th one. And there you go. So we'll just tuck them away. We didn't have to remove the connector or the hoses. Just tuck them away. There you have enough room. So we'll remove this PCV vacuum line. Let's just do it from the top here so we don't have to do it from it there. So just unclip that with pliers and just turn them around and just pull them out. And then once we do remove the intake manifold, so this one comes off with it. And now let's pry these ones off, this harness. We'll remove this this connector here just to have enough room, so when we're bringing the intake manifold up, so these things do not stop us or restrict the room. So this one over here, we're just gonna pull it up and then just pull it outwards. So now we get a bit of a slack there. We'll also just remove this one here too, this pushed pin clip. Let's get this clip remover here. So now we have lots of slackness. Okay. Okay, so let's remove this plug there. So the more plugs, connectors, harnesses, lines you remove while everything is solid in place, the better for you, rather than removing the bolts and have the intake manifold loose in order to, and then after start being bothered or having a bit of an issue with the removing clips and harnesses. It's always better you remove the harnesses, clips and all that stuff first, and then remove the nuts and bolts. Okay, so this was one of them. This is the intake runner connector, and we have one more down here. We'll pop that one off too and just push it downwards, and that one over there, let me get. Okay, so we have that second one off. So one was this intake runner connector, and the second one is for the second throttle sensor over there. So once those two are disconnected, and we have basically everything disconnected from the top over here, so we're left only with the nuts and bolts of the intake manifold, which we have about so we have one over there, and then the second one would be over there, and then the third one would be in there, and then that's the fourth one right there, and that one is the fifth one, and there's two in the bottom. So the best way to get to those two in the bottom is from underneath the car. So let's lift the car up and go underneath. We're underneath the car now. So you come underneath the car, there's usually that cover over there under here. So I took the liberty to save you guys time. It's just a couple of bolts and a couple of clips there. So it says over here, you just remove that, and then this is the two bolts from underneath the car. This is one over here with the bracket, this one here, and then the other one would be just right on the top, that guy over there. That guy over there, that's the second one there. Technically just you follow this bracket, one here and one would be on the top over there. So once you do remove these two bolts, this bracket comes up, so you're done from underneath. Yeah, there you go. So the bracket is off now, loose. So we're good from underneath. Let's go upstairs and remove the remaining 5 bolts. Yeah, let's get the 5 bolts. Let's start with this guy over here. And this is the second one over here. That's the nut. And the third guy is over here. And the fourth guy would be over here. And the fifth one would be down there. Where's the magnet? Okay, this is the only reason we need the magnet for. That's one right there, and this is the other one, and this is the last guy over here. So we have all the 5 nuts and bolts there. So the intake manifold should just come up now. Okay, I forgot to mention these 2 lines over here, these 2 vacuum lines. So this is the intake manifold, right? And then there's these 2 lines, which is the vacuum line. So let's remove them from up here. So this would be the first guy here. Yeah, so this is the one over here that goes into the valve cover, the top one. Let's remove this one. And then the other one is this one, goes to the purge valve solenoid. So these 2 guys over here. Now our intake manifold should be free from all. And just maneuver it side to side. There you go. So that's the intake manifold there. And also, if you do want to do starter, this is how the starter will be done. We have to remove the intake manifold to get to the starter. This is the fuel rail cover. So, and our knock sensor would be down here. So it's a 12 mil. Let's crack it open and remove it. It's just a 1 bolt. And there you go. That's the knock sensor right there. And this is the wiring houses over here. And then this is the one connector that we have to remove. There you go. So we'll be swapping this one out with a new one, and then reset it, clear it. The engine flashing light should be gone, and the car should be good to go. 2015 Hyundai Tucson would be the same thing for the Santa Fe as well, and the Elantra and the Sonata. I don't think I have to do the installing, because installing is just self-explanatory. It's just the reverse of the remover. If I do have time, I might do it and walk us through it, how to install it back. But honestly, installing the new one is just the reverse. We'll see you guys again. Peace.